rooftop and alleys. This is interesting. Okay, I'll try it.
I'm back. I hope you're all doing well. My game has come out pretty much a month ago. It will be a month in a few days from now, and I want to start off by saying thank you. I mean, I have been absolutely overwhelmed with the positive feedback and the reactions from people. I'm not gonna lie, I was really anxious when I first released the game. You know, it's only so much you can anticipate as far as people enjoying it, specifically because there was quite a few wish lists. The game launched at 80,000 wish lists, which kind of made me nervous. I'm not gonna lie, like, it's my first game after all, and so I'm over the moon that it went so well. I'm reading every bit of feedback. I think the feedback right now on Steam is like 97 to 98%. It's kind of like shifting in between, and I mean, that's overwhelmingly positive, which is so much more than I anticipated. So thank you all. I'm so happy that people seem to enjoy the game. There's a huge weight off my shoulders, but at the same time, you know, a new weight comes on. I'm like, now the work really starts. It's all about updating the game, improving what is there, but also adding on top of it. And yeah, I hope I look a bit more awake than last time. I've been tired. I have gotten a few good nights of sleep finally, and I'm ready to focus on the next chapter of Rooftops and Alleys now. And yeah, I'm just really excited, and I thought I'd take this video to talk to you about what's coming, what I've been doing in the last 3 weeks, just give you a bit of an update. Since the game has come out, there has been an incredibly large amount of YouTube coverage from different creators on TikTok. There's all sorts of Clipper accounts now that promote the game around the world, which is honestly so amazing. So thank you to everyone who's just like organically promoting the game. It means the world. It helps me so much as a solo developer. And long story short, it's your support who's allowed me to now have a new job. The game's done well. I'm allowed to keep working on this game now full time. This is my full-time job now. We're talking like literally some of the biggest streamers, YouTubers in the world have played this game, and it's honestly, it's blown my mind. Like, people I used to watch before making my game even, and seeing them just pick it up on their own. And yeah, so it's just completely overwhelming. Like, I couldn't be happier. So you may be wondering, what have I been working on for the last 3 to 4 weeks since launch? Basically just releasing a bunch of bug fixes. That was the first 2 weeks really, where there's the most updates that come out. I think 11 updates have come out so far, mostly introducing a few bug fixes, some improvements, but also just general stuff from feedback from you, from the community, such as new settings, whether that is like a setting where you can set the slow motion speed exactly to your liking. You have a sprint toggle option, which was requested heavily by the community, which basically makes it a bit easier to play the game, and you don't have to like cramp your fingers to sprint all the time. And yeah, there's been a new map as well, the Shed, which was really well received. I'm really happy about it. A bunch of new time trials. There's been new customization. There's been the addition of a new vault as well, and there's only more coming in the future. There's also the option now to change your FOV in first person as well as third person, which again lets you customize your experience a bit more to your liking. And yeah, so I've really been reading every bit of feedback, every bit of, like, honestly, I've even read the refunds. I mean, I believe, you know, the feedback on Steam is overwhelmingly positive, but I do think if I really want to improve my game, I really need to focus on the negative comments as well. So I can see if there's people in there who are constructive, and there's some legitimate points that I'm trying to focus on as well in order to improve my game. You know, some people may play a game like this for hundreds of hours because they can create their own kind of narrative, they can be creative, they find their own spots, and they can spend literally hundreds of hours in it. And then there's obviously another type of player who wants to be a bit more guided, or maybe like have, I don't want to say a grind system, but some sort of like a progression system. You can have unlockables and all those things. And so that is something that I'm kind of working on as well for the future. So I really want to focus on having a large demographic of players included, and so that everyone kind of has their own interaction with the game, if that makes sense, and everyone can do kind of what they like, whether it's just free roaming for those who are already playing the game for so many hours, or for those who just want to have some sort of progression. Now, the Discord has been really essential. We are now closing in, we're moving towards 30,000 members in the Discord. I think we're at like 27,000, which is completely nuts. It's grown so much, and the Discord has really changed over the last few weeks. It's gotten a lot of improvements based on community feedback, but also new moderators and admins who have come in and really brought in their experience with Discord, which I honestly have to say, I was really new to it. So it's an entirely new Discord channel now, and it's so much better. Now we have a clips channel where people post their clips, and we have a time trial scores channel where, you know, like on speedrun, where you can basically upload your best runs and you can compare your best times to everyone in the world, basically. We also have a feedback channel and a bug report channel, which has been essential for me to discover the bugs on a large scale from a lot of people, and that's how I've kind of directed my own workflow towards. So the first few weeks have really been me reading every bit of feedback and bug reports, seeing which ones happen the most, kind of prioritizing those. And yeah, it's really improved the game, I think. I hope you think so too. And so yeah, that has kind of been the workflow for the last few weeks, and now I'm kind of moving towards adding more new content as well, as some of the major bugs have been fixed. There's still a few left, so you know, keep your eyes peeled, because yeah, a lot of updates will come out still. It's early access after all. And yeah, we even have modding support, I want to say, to some extent. Modding channels, so there's a community modding channel, a modding chat, voice channels as well in general in the Discord, so come say hello. There's people streaming the game and modding the game live around the clock really, so it's a really fun time to have. And really, it's just, the game is like 50%, and the other 50% is the Discord community really, because it is an amazing community, and if you're not part of it, you are missing out. So come say hello. It's an open Discord, I'll leave the link below, and let's come chat. I'm there pretty regularly. I stream myself. I do like dev stages where I kind of invite people to talk to me directly and ask questions, and we can talk about the game, and I want to be involved as much as possible essentially. So that's been a really fun thing to do for me, to just engage, and yeah, it's just been a really great time. And I mean, I won't lie, like modding, I wasn't sure in the beginning, because I was like, I mean, surely my game won't be modded. Like, and I swear to God, it took about like 1 hour, and I go through Discord and I'm like, bruh. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. People have been so creative. Like, it took like 1 hour for CJ to be modded in. I think it was like so quick. And then, I mean, we've seen like the Skate 3 map, a bunch of maps from other games being imported, but also custom maps made by the community, which is so cool. I think I'm gonna do a video at some point where I just play my game fully modded and just play like a community version on stream or on YouTube, but I have to decide how I'll do it. It's amazing. Like, the community is really driving the game forward and adding more content as well. Now, there is no workshop support, so people have been kind of creative, and a lot of mods are on Nexus, so it's definitely possible to mod the game, but it's not natively in the game. There's no workshop support yet, so I am really supportive of mods. I want to say that officially here. So it's more of a case of I have to figure out how I can like natively make it available in the game, because workshop support, it can be a bit complicated, specifically for me making my first game. You have to consider like everything I do is a first, like, so everything I'm just kind of learning as I go, and workshop support is not very well documented. So I mean, literally, I mean, if you know people, or you maybe, who know Unreal Engine and workshop, like, leave a comment down below. I'll hit you up. Like, I've gotten a lot of help from the community, not only bug fixes, but also technical help, you know? Like, there's a lot of talented modders, a lot of talented designers, musicians even. Like, there's so much more that I want to add to the game where I can involve the community down the line. And yeah, so that's it for the Discord. Definitely come say hello. And then another part I wanted to talk about was basically, well, a roadmap. Honestly, I'm super happy because people have not like spammed my inboxes with where's the roadmap, where's the roadmap. So I want to say thank you to everyone who's like trusted me, because it's an early access title. No one knew me before this game came out, and you've all put your trust in me, and it really means the world to me, because I have been given a lot of trust from the community and from people around the world with this game, and people have put their money into it, and they've trusted my vision. They've trusted that I update the game, and I'm just happy that I can now come forth on that and hopefully, you know, show people that it was all worth it. With that, I want to announce that I am working on some type of roadmap. A lot of what is coming, I kind of keep a secret yet, because like I said, everything is new to me, so I'm kind of testing one space, I'm testing this thing, this feature, and so I want to basically feel confident in that once I announce the roadmap, like, you can count on these things coming. So a bit more time needed, but it's coming. I can tease a few things that are coming. Some is based on my own goals for the game that I had from the start, but some of it is also just completely driven by the community. So one update that you can expect at some point is the pigeon customization, which was highly requested. Maybe some, you know, tricks to the pigeon eventually. I'm gonna see what I can do there, but also more new tricks, more new maps, of course, more new challenges. There's going to be a large focus I'll have in the near future now, where we'll be designing new challenges. Like the time trials have been immensely successful, I think. Like, people have really enjoyed that. So I want to focus more on building like really cool missions or challenges just in the game around the world, and maybe even create dedicated maps for certain game modes. You know, like, I really want to go into every direction as much as I can to really have like a variety in the gameplay experience here. And then for those who know this or don't know this yet, I'm making all music in the game myself. I am a musician, DJ, producer first and foremost. Well, now that is my second job. The game is now my primary job. But yeah, so the game currently has like 4 to 5 tracks, and I'm very happy. Like, not too many people have complained about like the limited amount of music in the game, but obviously it will become evident at some point, the more people play, that it's kind of starting to repeat itself. So I have plans to add more music. I'm working on new music right now as well, so you can expect an update with a couple of more tracks added in the future. And yeah, in the last weeks I've also just been watching everyone play the game on YouTube, because I find it so joyful to just see someone other than me play the game and have specifically like their first experience, like the first time they play it. It's really interesting, and I learned so much as a game developer as to how I maybe need to improve the tutorial to communicate my controls better to the player, but also to kind of see someone play the game very different. Like, one person may play it very like slow and intricate and detailed, and then some other people may be more interested in larger jumps and the biggest clips. And it's really interesting because it lets me learn more about the playstyle of each player and try and implement more to service each playstyle, if that makes sense. And it just excites me because it just kind of almost creates a schedule for me for stuff to work on. But there's also a few things I'm working on, and I need to keep these a secret still. Like, it's a few new features and stuff, and I'm moving on quite closely on and it's going into a good direction. So I feel like at some point soon in the future I will be confident enough to, I think, announce it. But yeah, I'm gonna keep you waiting on that one a bit longer. Now, the full version, of course, some people are asking when the full version comes out. Most of them are waiting for consoles because not everyone has a computer, and the consoles are planned. So far nothing is like dated. I don't have a release day for the exact, day the game will be finished on PC or when it will be ported to consoles. However, my goal is to release the full version for the PC in 2025, and with that as well, I want to port the game to console within 2025 too. Rather earlier than later. I don't want to keep you waiting, but I also don't want to stress things. There's a lot to do. The game is still in an early stage, but yeah, roughly, for those who are keep DMing me like, when are consoles coming out? Yeah, roughly 2025. Then some people have asked me, okay, will it come to current gen, or will it come to last gen? Will it come to here? Will it come to there? The one first thing I want to say right now is it's not coming to the phone. I'm sorry. I don't know why people still think it's a mobile game. I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not on mobile. If you see stuff on mobile, it's fake. It's not me. My game is only available on Steam, and later on it will be available on whether it's current or last gen consoles. Here's the deal. So I have a few options here. I can go with a publisher, or I can go to a porting studio, and usually a developer like me is tied to what they can offer. So usually I'd say, from what I've learned, it's more like, okay, well, we will port your game to Xbox, PS5, and maybe some other console as well. It's not so often, it seems, that they port to old gen consoles, so it may not be a choice that I have, but if it is one that I have, then I obviously will do my best to get it out on as many platforms as I can. Not the phone though, not the phone. And so yeah, I just want to thank everyone again so much for getting the game, for allowing me to do this full time now, and for your support and trust in me. You can play the game right now on Steam. It's out in early access. Just go grab it if you feel like it. Read the reviews a bit, get a feeling for it, or come join the Discord and see if you enjoy the community. It would seem like it's worth it by now. So yeah, you've all put a smile on my face, that's for sure. I enjoy working on this game so much more even now that it's out than before. So yeah, you've made one man very happy. And oh yeah, before I forget it, if you have video ideas, I have a bunch of I want to focus on my YouTube channel a bit more as well, to kind of get you more involved as to what I'm actually doing. This video is a lot of talking, so I hope that wasn't too heavy. So if you have ideas, leave them down in the comments. I'll usually always answer every comment if I can. So yeah, see you on the next video, I guess. God, my coffee is cold now.